watching The 7 from WATE 6 on your side.
Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to The 7. Let's get a big look at the stories right now that are happening around the area. And topping the list for us tonight, we are hearing from the family of an 18-year-old high school student who was shot and killed late Saturday night. Now, we learned this morning that student was Ricky Waters. He was found shot in a car outside of Montgomery Village Apartments. His family described him as smart, funny, and hardworking, but they say his favorite thing to do was spending time with the ones he loved. Now, Ricky was a senior at Fulton High School who was just about to graduate in 2 short months, and while reminiscing on what could have been, his younger sister says she wants to continue his approach to life.
I looked up to my brother. I'm going to keep going for him and stay positive and complete his dreams for him because he couldn't.
Fulton High School is also offering counseling to any students and staff throughout the week to provide support as needed. Now, anyone who has any information on this shooting is asked to please call East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers. The number right there on your screen. It's 865-215-7165. Remember, if your tip leads to an arrest, you could be eligible for a cash reward. Next here in the Big 7, the Russian attack on Ukraine continues. The number of refugees trying to leave Ukraine is increasing as Russia and Ukraine struggle to figure out agreements on humanitarian corridors. Over the weekend, we learned NATO is sending fighter jets to Ukraine, and in turn, the U.S. will send jets to NATO countries. Lawmakers are also considering other aid to Ukraine and more sanctions on Russia. The Pentagon confirms it ordered 500 additional troops to be deployed to Europe.
These additional personnel will be going to NATO's eastern flank. Specifically, we'll be sending a number of KC-135 refueling aircraft.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in Europe right now. Instead of Poland sends its Soviet-era fighter jets to Ukraine, the U.S. will likely send replacements. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers from both parties are also pushing for a ban on Russian oil, but President Biden has not confirmed that he will sign it. Meanwhile, Netflix and TikTok suspended most of their services in Russia. This comes as the Russian government cracks down on what people and media outlets can say about Russia's war in Ukraine. Pulling the plug on online entertainment is likely to further isolate the country and its people after a growing number of multinational businesses have cut off Russia from vital services. Well, next on our list, even the Knox County School system wants answers about what a judge's new order means for the mask mandate. This morning, Judge Ronnie Greer issued a stay on the lawsuit and sending it to mediation to work out an agreement between parents and the district. Now the school board has asked Judge Greer for clarification and/or guidance, specifically how, if at all, is the mask mandate affected, and if not, what about the requirement to report mask exemptions each month? As you may remember, Knox County Schools went back to class in the fall without masks. Parents of 3 students with disabilities sued, saying it was not safe for their kids if other students and staffers did not wear masks. Judge Greer made the school system mask up as it had last year. Recently, parents behind the suit told the judge they would accept unmasking if the CDC found Knox County had gone from high to medium levels of transmission. Now, the county hit that milestone last week. Going with CDC guidance leaves the chance that masks could return if the virus gets worse. So tonight, the board is also asking to dissolve the mask order rather than change it. Also today, in a related case, Judge Greer ruled against anti-mask parents wanting to immediately stop the mask ban. The judge saying the group had not filed affidavits to back up their argument, but he gave them the chance to try again. And of course, we're going to keep following this tangled debate for you. Or to our next Big 7 story of the night, as the number of COVID cases trends downward, the mayor of Knoxville says it is important that we don't ever forget those that we lost throughout the pandemic. That's why she announced on Twitter this morning that she was proclaiming the first Monday in March COVID Memorial Day, a move joining mayors across the country who took similar action. She also shared a photo of the COVID-19 memorial mural in World's Fair Park. Now, we spoke with her and leaders with the Knox County Health Department about what this day means to the entire community.
While we celebrate the fact that the pandemic is subsiding and that we are in a better place now than we were a year ago, it's still so important to remember those we've lost.
Our hearts go out to those that have lost loved ones, and we are constantly thinking about our first responders and our frontline workers in hospitals and emergency services that, you know, this pandemic hasn't gone away for them, and they're still very much still on those front lines.
Roberta Sturm from the Knox County Health Department also said she does not think we are in the endemic phase yet, saying there are too many unknowns. Now, we have more of this story for you online. Just go to WATE.com. We should note, as the COVID-19 pandemic enters its third year, 6 million people have now died worldwide. It is a tragic milestone, even as many states drop mask mandates, travel resumes, and businesses reopen. Well, locally, UT Medical Center updated its COVID-19 dashboard today, and there are now 45 patients hospitalized with COVID-19 at that facility, continuing now the downward trend in cases we've been seeing in Knoxville since the start of February. We should note, of those patients, 86% were not fully vaccinated. Next year on the Big 7, a trial date has now been set for the 3 people charged in the death of a Tazewell man. Patrick Smith, Courtney Gilpin, and Jimmy Rife all face charges in the death of Aaron Massengill, including first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit robbery. Now, you may recall Massengill's body was found along Ferguson Ridge Road in February of 2021, several days after he was reported missing. Well, now to some positive news for you in the Big 7. A well-deserved recognition for one Austin East student. 16-year-old Yasmin Kroom won $1,000 for her school and $500 for herself because of her tribute to her classmates' loss to gun violence. Now, we're told the honor student was deeply affected by the deaths of her classmates last year, so she made a poster dedicating it to each of them. Yasmin says everyone is connected by family, faith, pain, and resilience.
I would feel confident and proud at the same time, only because it shows the community how we're all connected.
Yasmin says after graduating Austin East, she hopes to earn her business degree. And rounding out the Big 7 for you tonight, the Knoxville Utilities Board spotlighting a trailblazer on its team. Amber Ray is the agency's first female line worker, a fitting time to celebrate her accomplishment as International Women's Day is tomorrow. Now, we got a glimpse of Amber in action today. Today's job installing a utility pole in this Halls neighborhood.
We're going to tamp it in the ground so we make sure that the pole's sturdy. And after we get the pole set and ready to go, I will climb up, and I have bolts over here that I will put onto the pole while I'm up there.
At just 18 years of age, Amber joined the team a little more than a month ago. She says she knew she did not want to work inside or at a desk, so a mentor recommended the Powerline Technician program through Tennessee College of Applied Technology. Now she says she wakes up each day excited for her next adventure, and she's hoping other women now feel encouraged to join her.